This little one-shot session that we're doing is entitled The Haunting of Castle Delnor. You are ghosts in this castle, and there are 10 people in the castle. Now, the thing is Baron Delnor has just died, and you are the ghosts of long-lost relatives that still haunt the castle. And the thing is that you don't really like any of these people because most of them are dicks. The whole thing that you're doing at this point is trying to scare them out of the castle, because the whole reason why they're there is they're trying to spend a night in the castle so that they can claim ownership of it. And because the castle is haunted, that is basically their challenges. They know spooky shit's going to happen, but they really want that castle. So your job is to scare the fuck out of them, or kill them, or get them out of that castle in any way, shape, or form. There is a main gallery, and that's where you guys are going to start out, and that's also where 5 of the 10 individuals who are in the castle are mulling around a bit. There are 3 men and 2 women. You guys, because you're ghosts, you're incorporeal, which means they can't see you unless you choose to be seen. Like I said, there are 5 people in the room. There are 2 of them sitting together on a couch. One of them appears to be looking out the window at the evening sky. It is raining outside with a classic thunderbolt. One of them appears to be tending the fire, while the other one is sitting in a chair off in the other corner of the room. So you can choose to stay in here, or you could choose to go to different places in the castle and see if you can look around for various things.
I'm going to go to the washroom.
Alright, so in order to get to the bathrooms, you're going to have to pass through the dining room and the kitchen, and then you will get to the area where the bathroom is. So after floating through various walls, you float through one wall and you come face to face with a toilet.
Alright, I'm going to possess the toilet.
I knew that's where he was going.
Okay, you're going to possess the toilet. You have taken possession of the toilet. Are you going to try and move the toilet?
No, I'm chilling now.
You're chilling. Okay, you're just going to wait for that moment that somebody has to go use the can. Alright. Rocka has his thing done already. So Purity and Kane, you guys are still in this main room. What are you going to do?
I'm going to look around the room to see if there's anything useful around that I can haunt.
I was about to ask, what's in this room?
I'm just going to tell you what's in the room because you can see everything. And you guys have, but the other thing is you guys also have dark vision, so you can see in shadows and everything else. So nothing's really going to avoid your gaze. So there's some furniture in the room. Like I said, there's a chair and a couch that people are sitting on currently. There's a glass table in the middle of the room. There's also a fireplace, which is being stoked by somebody else. He's poking a fire poker. So there's also a fire poker. There's a clock on the mantle along with several pictures and dishes. There's a hutch in the back. And other than that, there are some pictures, portraits really, painted portraits that are on the wall as well, and some end tables and stuff with drawers that are closed. You don't necessarily know what's in the drawer.
I think I might want to go exploring.
Okay, there are 10 of them total. 5 of them are in here. The other 5 are in various other places around the castle. So you can go and search somewhere else. So you can jump out of the room.
Kane, do you want to work together on scaring them, or do you want to work independently?
Let's work together.
Alrighty.
All right.
Do you want to stay in the room?
Yeah, let's stay in this room.
Well, if we have somebody sitting on one of the chairs, the couches, do you want to maybe get them to go right into that glass table?
I like the way you think.
Alright, you possess the table in case we need to move it. Let's go for the couch.
So Kane, you're going to possess the table. Purity, you're going to possess the couch. So Are you going to just try and throw both of those people into the table?
I'm going to try subtly by moving it just to try to scare one of them off to maybe disbalance the couch if we can get one of them off there quick enough.
Roll me a dexterity check.
16.
So what you do is you kind of do like that magic fingers vibration thing. The 2 people that are sitting on the couch is a man and a woman. The man stands up and immediately points at the couch like, "Oh my God, what is that? Who's shaking this couch?" And he's like looking around it to see if he can find anybody. His back is turned to the table. Kane, I will tell you that the back of his legs are within your reach from the edge of the table if you would like to take advantage.
Okay, so hypothetically, if I wanted to, I could just, throw myself as the table at him.
I'm going to have you roll a strength check for that.
It's a 9.
So what happens is you lift the table up just barely. As it comes back down, it makes a thud noise, which causes the man to turn around again and look at the table. But you do not get enough lift off to actually hit him. However, at this point, the person that was sitting with him, which is a woman, immediately looks at him and says, "Oh my God, this is scaring me so much. I must use the powder room." And then she immediately leaves. Rocka, a second later, you hear the bathroom door open, and there is somebody rushing to get in there to use the facilities.
Oh yes, Keith's time to shine.
So she rushes in very quickly and pulls down her frock to go take a dump at the toilet, and she is now sitting on you.
I'm gonna make water go up her butt.
Roll dexterity for me.
I think Keith has a piss kink.
You get a +1.
Oh, damn.
Oh, and that's without the +1, so that is a 20, an unnatural 20. She sits down, and as she sits down, a geyser of water shoots out of the toilet and right up her ass and throws her off the seat. She then smashes her face into the front of the door, and she lands on the ground. She also has crapped herself because of that. She immediately pulls up her poo-covered frock and then runs out of the room. Kane, a few minutes later, because you guys are still possessing the objects in the room, the man is still looking around at the couch and the table, by the way. She comes and says, "Oh my god! The toilet! Something's wrong with the toilet! Please help me!" Everybody in the room just kind of looks at her and tells her to go fuck herself.
Great communication. All right, well, I'm gonna
It sounds about right
grab
for
the
a family.
guy with my ghost hands and pull his leg over so he falls on the floor.
All right, you're gonna hit him in the legs. You're gonna make him fall on the floor. That's still good. That's going to be a. I'm gonna say that's gonna be a dexterity roll. Ooh.
God, you
All
are
right,
bad
so
at this.
You gently bump his leg, and he keeps like turning back to the table, like it's more of a nuisance to him now. Fuck this stupid table.
Fuck it, I want to throw the entire couch at him.
You want to throw the entire couch at him? All right, you're gonna have to roll strength for that one. Okay, that's
God,
technically a 1.
I got one.
No,
of
the
his rolls.
couch and the table are just like
Hey.
vibrating and bumping people, and they really don't know what's going on. However, the woman who is covered in feces has attracted the attention of the man who was manning the fire, and he walks over and says that he'll check out the bathroom. So he is going to walk back in on Rocka, and he comes into the stall, Rocka, with a plunger. So I'm going to roll strength because he's just going to go in with that. Oh my god. All right, he jams that plunger in there, and he's going to town. He's going to town. So, Rocka, are you going to try and do anything?
You could always just take over the plunger.
I want to possess the plunger.
Rocka, you've moved your consciousness from the toilet to the plunger.
Yeah, now I'm gonna start swinging the plunger around.
Okay, so what you're going to do with this one is, because he is currently using you, I'm going to have you roll
Clip
a Constitution check, and I'm going to have you roll against him.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
probably not going to beat that. He did not beat that. Okay. As he's trying to plunge the toilet, the plunger turns around, and you can decide what you want to do with him. Or
I'm just gonna hit him in the face with the plunger. Like,
All right, you just pimp smack him right in the face. So that's going to be 6 damage to him. You can roll for that. That's 1d6. I'm going to say you did it because you beat his roll, so that I'll count that as your attack roll. All right, that's 2 damage. So you pimp smacked him right in the face, and he goes down on the ground, and he immediately looks back and just sees the plunger just like float down to the ground and just sit there as if it's taunting him. And he runs out of the room and back to the other area where the table and the couch are still vibrating. As he walks in, "The toilet is haunted. She is right. It possessed the plunger. It smacked me in the face. It was terrible. It was horrible. We must destroy the toilet if we are ever to get out of here alive." He proceeds to go over and get the fire poker, and the woman that was covered in feces is going to join in on this as well. She's going to go back there and try and beat the shit out of something. He has the fire poker, and she grabbed a heavy pot type thing, and they're gonna go back there. So they both leave the room to go back to the toilet. Now, Kane and Purity, what are you guys up to?
I mean, we're not having much luck with our stuff, but do you want to try again to beat the shit out of him is what we are?
Yeah, I was about to say, I think I'm gonna switch. What else is in the room? What is smaller in the room?
There is that cabinet that is full of miniatures. It has a couple of miniature knights and a miniature dragon.
You want me to be miniatures and start throwing them at him?
Yeah, I'll be the cabinet door.
Really? Why am I getting your rolls tonight?
I'll say you throw the knight miniatures at him. You don't throw the dragon one. 'Cause that's
Yeah,
a little
no,
bigger.
just the small one just to annoy him enough to come over. Wow.
It's enough
Yeah.
to open the door. You open
Yeah.
the door so that they can fly out. I wasn't actually going to make you roll for that one. So the door to the cabinet opens, and again, this guy is just kind of examining this table and this couch, and he has his back turned to this cabinet, and the knights actually fly out and hit him in the back, and he sort of turns around and looks at the cabinet and sees that the door is flung wide open. He's like, "How?" And then he proceeds to go and grab the knights, and he goes up to the front of the cabinet to put them back inside. You're just fucking with this guy.
Yeah, it's fun. We're the annoying ghosts.
He deserved it, to be fair.
Yeah. He didn't wipe his feet when he came into the castle.
Technically, none of them did. They're all dicks.
Okay, so can I roll to try to push the entire thing on him?
Yes, there'll be a strength roll.
Oh, he's gonna have a bad time.
How do you want to do this? Because are you just gonna flop it right over on him?
Yep.
As he walks up, he's putting the miniatures back inside the cabinet, and as this happens, the cabinet, almost like it was mechanical in nature, just flops down on him. Not with like the force of gravity, but like the force of something unseen pushing it down at him. And because the front of the cabinet is all glass, it immediately shatters, and he is just stabbed with all of these glass shards that are now going through various parts of his body. I want you to roll 3d10 for damage. So you did 13 damage, so that guy's dead. That guest, his name was John. And unfortunately, John was the son of former Baron Delnor, who was a guard, but he was skimming off the top when it came to parking tickets.
Still didn't wipe his feet.
He is now dead. However, the other two people in the room, which were the two women that were in the room, immediately freaked the fuck out and run out. So there is nobody left in this room. They are losing their minds. They're going to find the two people that went to go kill the toilet.
High five to Kane.
No. You do your ghost high fives.
So I'm going to depossess the plunger and just kind of float around for now.
You're going to stay in the bathroom, I assume, though, correct?
Yeah, I'm just going to hang out. I'm not going to possess nothing.
So you don't do anything. So those two come in, again, the guy who got smacked by the plunger and the chick that's covered in crap. And they come up, and immediately he uses the fire poker to break the plunger. And after breaking the plunger, they just begin smashing the toilet. And I'm going to roll 2d20s to see how bad they actually get the toilet. Oh, wow. Okay, so the guy rolled a 16, she rolled a 2. So she just keeps hitting it with that, like, pot thing, but it's not really doing much, and the pot eventually just breaks and you can't do something to it. Him with that fire poker, though, he's beating the shit out of that thing. He shatters the tank, he shatters the a lot of, like, the bowl itself, so there's only, like, a little jagged cup thing sitting there. And then after he's done, he just kind of stops, and he's just, like, breathing heavily over, and he's like, it's finally over. So yeah, you just watch those two people destroy a toilet. Are you going to do anything, or are you just going to keep watching them?
I'm going to go find my ghostly compadres and tell them how I just made these people kill their toilet.
Alright, you do that. You meet up with them and you tell them the story about how you tricked these idiots into destroying their only means of safe defecation.
He's going to have to shit in the sink from now on and spray it down the drain. Hopefully he eats his corn properly and chews his food.
What happens is, after everything's all said, the four people, the two that killed the toilet and the two that were scared shitless, immediately come to you, and the two that were scared immediately explain that the other man who was in the other room is now dead. They need to get the fuck someplace safer than where they were, because something is happening, and they don't know what.
I'm going to the kitchen.
All right, you're going to the kitchen. Are you guys going to follow him, or are you going to go your own way?
Why not? Pre-show, let's follow.
All right, so you guys are going to all go to the kitchen. So you go into the kitchen, and the kitchen is kind of basic. You have your stoves and stuff that are in there. You have a lot of pots and pans. There is a fair amount of cutlery as well.
Is there anybody in here?
No.
I'm going to head to the library then.
As you phase through the wall in the library, you see that there is somebody going through books, a man. He's looking through a bunch of books and then placing them back on the shelf.
Oh, this is going to be fun. I want to possess one of the shelves behind him and just start yeeting books at him.
You can possess the shelf. It'll be a dexterity roll to fire the books out at him. Yeah, so that would be a 16 because it's a +1. So yes, you are able to do that. You possess the shelf, and his back is turned to you for a second until you put an Encyclopedia Britannica right in between his two shoulder blades. Then he turns around, and books just start firing out of the bookshelf like a Gatling gun, just going back and forth, and he's kind of like crouching, like hiding from the books. That's going to do 1d4 damage to him. Oh, 4. Okay, yeah. So you got him good. He's pretty bloody, but he's running out of that room. He's freaking out.
I'm gonna send one last one out the door at him. Just get him in the back of the head if I can.
Roll dexterity for that one. Okay,
17.
That's +1 to 17. That will hit. That's an additional 1d4 because you're aiming at his head. That will also crit.
The book also says how not to be a pussy on it.
All right, so that's another 4 damage. So you whack him in the back of the head. That actually knocked him unconscious. So he's not dead, but he's just kind of lying on the ground now. He's just sort of like lying there and like drooling into the carpet.
All right, I'm gonna go pop quickly back into the kitchen. Go, hey guys, I just knocked one out. If you want to take him over.
If anybody did want to possess him, you wouldn't have to roll because he's knocked out.
Where are the children?
They're all adults.
You said that so confidently.
I wanted to possess one of the kids. Creepy kids always make for good horror.
All right, here's what I'll give you. Roll me a perception check. So it was going to be the level of shit that you were going to be able to possess. So you did notice when you were in the previous room that there was a teddy bear.
Oh, fuck yes.
You gonna go possess the teddy bear?
That's a fucking loot.
All right, you are now Teddy Ruxpin. You're starting in the gallery, so there's nobody. The place where the guy was stabbed to death with all the glass, thanks to Purity rolling a nat 20. So you're in that room right now, which doesn't have anybody in it.
Alright, well, I'm just gonna walk around as this teddy bear until I find a room with people in it. No, I'm gonna go back in the kitchen as the teddy
I'm
bear.
gonna take over the body.
Okay, Kane, you're gonna go take over. All right, so Rocka, you're gonna go back in the kitchen. Kane, you're gonna take over the unconscious body. So what happens is Kane, you go up to him and you enter through his rear, and you take control of him, and you're able to stand back up. And then now, keep in mind, you are no longer incorporeal. If you don't blend in enough with the others, they're going to kind of question what's wrong with you. So you may have to roll Constitution saves every once in a while to make sure you maintain. But you are able to move around. You currently only have 2 health.
Sorry, I hit you with so many books.
Well, it's not my body if it dies, so,
That is true, and if it does die, then you just return to your normal ghost. Alright, so you have possessed it. So, Rocka, what are you going to do in the kitchen as the teddy bear? Are you going to, grab a knife or something?
Yes, and a vegetable peeler.
Why a vegetable peeler?
Because he's a sick fuck. Alright, I'll say that because it's a kitchen, yeah, you find a vegetable peeler, and you do find a knife as well. So you're going to go find them. So, Rocka, I want you to roll a d20. Okay.
Oh, God.
Rocka, I'm gonna give you this one. I'm gonna give you this one that's gonna be real fun for you. So, you wander into the basement, and in the back of the basement, you find a bald dude who's in old-fashioned brown tunic, and he's kind of just down there, fucking around with shit. He just looks kind of like a weirdo, but he's in a room that's full of, I guess, what you would call them would be torture implements. You have whips. You have a lot of spiky things. It looks like there's a lot of various types of torture devices, like an Iron Maiden and a guillotine.
Does he notice the teddy bear?
I'm going to roll for that. I'm going to say no.
I'm going to go on the bed.
Okay, you jump up on the bed near him.
Then I'm going to hide my knife and vegetable peeler behind my back and then just lay there like I'm a normal teddy bear.
I'm going to roll to see how long it takes him to notice you. Not terribly long. So he's fiddling around with something for a few minutes, and then he looks on the bed and he sees that there's a teddy bear that suddenly got there.
Oh, look, a teddy bear. I haven't seen a teddy bear in so long. Hi, little teddy bear.
And he kind of he pokes your stomach like the Pillsbury Doughboy.
I do nothing.
He's then going to pick you up. So he kind of grabs you with both of his hands, picks you up.
Now I'm going to stab him Chucky style.
Roll for attack. I'm going to say your base attack bonus is a +5. Oh, yeah, that's 21. That's going to hit. All right, so the knife is going to be 1d6 +1, and the potato peeler is going to be an additional 1d4.
Corduroy, blood sports.
You just possessed a teddy bear and just killing people with a fucking potato peeler. Oh, yeah, nope. Okay, so you take your knife and your potato peeler and you stab him repeatedly as you're also peeling the skin off of his face with the potato peeler. And after a few moments of struggling and screaming and gurgling, he falls over on the ground and dies, bleeding from his neck. As he passes away, you then possess his corpse, and he stands up. However, again, he does have a fairly straight, eviscerated neck, and he's missing patches of skin on his face because of your potato peeler. Rocka, you found your little holy grail there. So, Kane, or Purity, what are you going to do? Because Kane just went and possessed that
Yeah,
body.
I'm following Kane around because this is going to be interesting.
Okay, you're going to follow him around. So, Kane, what are you going to do?
I'm gonna go where I can find the most people.
All right, roll a d20 and see where you can find. You're just going to be kind of randomly searching. You wander into what looks like a trophy. It's a room that has animal heads mounted on the walls and all this other stuff. You see, various animals, leopard, bear, antelope, deer, hogs, shit like that. You have a bunch of crap that's on the walls. And it appears there is one person in the room, and he looks like he's searching through all of the different animal busts. He's looking in the mouths. He's taking them off the wall and looking behind them. He's searching for something.
I'm going to go over and whisper to him. He's totally looking for treasure.
I'm just gonna scare the guy, but I'm gonna be along the lines of "Hey, buddy, how's it going?"
He turns around. What do you want?
Well, I figured in a scary place like this, it'd be better for us to just stick together.
Get away from me. Go deal with those other morons that are downstairs staring at the fire.
Which bus are he near really quick?
The one that he's examining right now looks to be the hog one. He's looking
Ooh,
around the back.
I'm gonna whisper to Kane, get him to put his hand in there, and then I'm gonna go possess it.
You know, I heard that there's some really good stuff inside of that.
Really? What
Just-
did you hear?
I honestly don't know. I heard the other day, just before we got here, there was two people talking. That girl and their husband talking about how there's some rare valuables hidden throughout this house.
Seems that maybe some information I thought was privileged was disseminated, unfortunately, to the rest of the riffraff. Well, if you're going to ask questions, one of these busts is home to a nice treasure of 2,000 gold in a nice bag buried inside it. In addition to that, there's also priceless gems. There's a good hiding spot for him because, well, most people aren't going to look inside of a bear head.
Yeah, totally agree.
Stop sticking your hands in things.
You're the one sticking your hand in it. You know what? I'll have to take this. I'm gonna die right now. Alright, I'm gonna leave his body.
He's not dead. He still has 2 health left. He's just unconscious. Please
Oh,
leave me
actually,
in
is there a
check.
fire in that room?
There is not a fire in that room.
No,
can I
no.
tell
Get him to
myself
think.
what
Get
to
him to
do?
think the guy fainted because when he goes down to check him, I can have the head jump down and bite the guy's ass.
I like the idea.
Okay, so you immediately unpossess this guy, and he just collapses to the ground immediately and falls down. And the man who was looking through the different animal busts is kind of shocked by this. He's like, "Oh my god!" So he goes up to him and begins. He checks his pulse. He can feel that his pulse is still there, and he can tell that he's breathing, but he just doesn't know what happened.
What do I need to roll for the thing to jump off the wall and bite his ass?
If you're gonna have it jump off the wall and bite his ass, I'm gonna say that's going to be a dexterity. Oh, all right, that's a +1 too, so that's an 18. Yeah, all right. So, which animal bust do you want to jump off the wall?
The pig one. Sweet.
All right, so the boar head hops off the wall, opens its mouth, and chomps down directly into his ass, and that's gonna do 1d6 damage. Ooh, that's a hefty one. So yeah, so those tusks just go right into his butt cheek, and that thing is in there. That thing is in there, and it's just kind of stuck on his butt. And he starts freaking out. Oh God, get it off me! Get it off me! Get it off! Oh God, my ass!
Alright, I am now going to repossess the guy's body and get up.
Okay, you do that.
Oh man, what happened?
Oh, this thing came off the wall. Oh God, it's in my ass.
Oh wow, that's really in there.
Why is it oinking?
I don't know.
You
what
must have
the
made it
sounds
really happy.
It's dead. It's mounted on a wall. It's a head. Get it off.
like. I'm gonna jump
wait,
into
wait.
something else, like one of the tiger heads, and just have it start growling, and then slowly jump from like 1 to 1 to have it making noise just to scare the shit out of this poor guy.
I want you to roll a charisma check for that, and you are a ghost, which means your charisma is actually very high. So that's going to be a 12. So I'm going to say you do it somewhat effectively. So you jump in between the various animals, and they start coming to life, and he's freaking the fuck out now. He's borderline losing his mind because he just got his ass bitten by a boar's head, and he doesn't know what's going on. But like all the animals are coming to life. This is like his worst nightmare, and he's just like freaking out. And Kane's just kind of just standing there.
Man, you gotta pretend you're a little bit scared so he doesn't catch on.
I'm just gonna scream and run out.
You do that. You do that. You just scream a bloody murder at the top of your lungs and run out of the room. He then does the same, although he's more or less like limping out of the room because he can't get away from a sitting position because of the way that the boar is attached to his ass. All right, so that's that room. So, Rocka, what are you going to do now? You are in the basement, but you have killed the guy that was down there. And now you have possessed his body. So where are you taking his body?
To where the other ghost homies are.
All right, you're going to go up there. So you're going to meet them in the middle. So you're actually going to run into the guy that has the boar stuck to his ass. I'm going to roll for his perception to see if he notices that the thing
That half my face is peeled off.
Yeah, exactly. He does not because he is too busy trying to smack the boar head off of his ass. You're in the middle of the hallway, so he's probably going to run into you unless you move.
No, run into me. I'm a ghost, bro. I don't
Okay.
care.
So he runs into you, and because you're a zombie, basically, you just kind of fall over and flop down on the ground, and he starts getting really angry. He, like, pushes himself up after a second after he falls in. Why did you get in front of me? And why did you... And then he looks up at your face and goes, and he just sees that your throat is sliced open and you're just missing chunks of your face from the potato peeler. And he's now thoroughly freaked out. He is bolting his way for the fucking door.
I'm just gonna chase him.
Excuse me, sir, I believe I need stitches.
Since most of that guy's vocal cords were sliced open, it comes out more or less like... But yeah, no, he runs shitless out of the house. So that one has left. You drove him insane pretty quickly, and 2 of them are dead.
We are going good.
Go to the radio and put on Thriller.
You know what I'm going to have you have this happen is, Rocka, I want you to roll a d20, but this is essentially going to be a performance check. Oh my god. You rolled a nat 20. Rocka, what you do is you walk into the room that has the 4 people in it, and you immediately pull out this little, like, magic box with a speaker on it, and you put it on the ground. You tap the top of it. It starts playing the Thriller tune. And after a second, Kane comes in as his 2 HP character that's still sort of alive, but also fucked up. And then the other corpse also comes in from the other one, the one that's embedded with a bunch of glass. And all 3 of you together just begin doing the Thriller dance. And the people, the other 4 people that are there are horrified. So there's the 1 man and the 3 women. And the 3 women are all kind of like huddled behind the one guy who has the fire poker. And he is terrified at the moment because you guys are just doing that like Thriller dance thing where you're like cocking your head to the side like repeatedly and just doing the moonwalk back and forth, and you have no idea what's going on.
Hey, Kane, it's close to midnight.
Oh, is it?
Something evil is lurking in the dark.
All right, I'm gonna look at all the people. I'm gonna be like, guys, calm down.
What do you mean, calm down? They're fucking done dead, man.
What are you talking about?
That guy's dead. He's got glass in his face and he's dancing. That guy doesn't have a throat.
Oh shit, I didn't realize that.
I do have a throat. It's right here.
Hold on, guys, before we go.
Nightmare.
He's got horrifying visage.
I'm gonna start running at them, and then I'm gonna exit the guy's body.
You're gonna give him momentum, and then you're gonna leave his body.
Yeah. I'm gonna send his body careening towards them.
Okay, I want you to roll a strength check. Okay, I'm gonna say that's enough. You begin running towards this group of 4 people who are kind of just huddled, and you dive forward, and as you dive, you leave this man's body, and he's going to roll, and I'm going to roll to see how bad this goes.
Hopefully terribly.
Ooh, that's a 6. That means this is going to go probably pretty bad for them. So the body rolls and just immediately impacts all 4 of them. The guy in the front, though, with the fire poker is going to stab the body as it's coming towards him to try and stop it. So I'm going to roll 1d6 to see how much damage that does. That might kill that unconscious guy. It does kill that unconscious guy.
Yeah.
So he is dead, and the fire poker is impaled in him, so the guy ain't getting that back. And then he kind of just, like, falls on him, and then that guy falls back into the 3 women, and they all kind of get pinned under him. Now, they didn't really take any damage, but he did kill that guy, so that's 4 now out of 10. Kane, you are now back in ghost form. Purity, you are also in ghost form, and Rocka, you are still inhabiting the semi-decapitated corpse of Uncle Fester.
Oh, I'm gonna go straight up, like, walk Uncle Fester into the fireplace.
Alright, so you're gonna walk into the fire. Okay, so you can do that. There is a fireplace in this room. So you go and you kind of just put both your hands in. It's kind of like, rubbing on like sunscreen. Your hands catch on fire. You're just kind of rubbing it all over your face. And the body is slowly like melting away. Like the clothes are on fire. And you can see the skin like starting to boil and start to just liquefy as he's walking. And you're just walking towards you people as your body is emulating. So they're all incredibly horrified by what they're fucking watching. You have made a horror movie scene if there ever was one. Are you going to actually try and light them on fire, or are you just going to freak them the fuck out?
Oh, no, I'm not going to try to light them on fire. That's too much work. I'm going to go possess something else.
So I'm going to roll for their sanities, all 4 of them. If they roll anywhere below a 7, they're going to run out of the fucking... Oh my god. Okay, so the guy is the one that rolled the nat 20. All the women run the fuck out. Alright, so the 3 women that were with the guy immediately book it out the front door. They are done with this. They are not doing any of these shenanigans. However, the guy is still very much adamant about attempting to continue the fight. And basically, He realizes he can't get the fire poker out, so he decides he's just going to run upstairs and hide somewhere. So he immediately books it for the stairs. Now, again, at the same time, Purity and Kane, you guys are both still messing around. Kane, you have already used your human possession, so you can't use it again.
Can I possess the fire poker?
Yes, but you will also have to rip it out of the guy that it's in, which will be a strength roll after you possess it.
No, that's fine. Let's do that then.
Roll your strength check to force it out of the guy's body.
Nice.
All right, that's also going to be a -2 because your strength is a ghost. I'm going to say you actually do get it out because that guy wasn't very muscular to begin with. So yeah, so the fire poker is just kind of there and it's loading.
Okay. Well, I am going to stick to the ceiling, so hopefully nobody can see me. I'm going to move quietly to the other room.
You're going to do that. Purity, what are you going to do?
I guess I'll head upstairs.
So you're going to go upstairs. Rocka, you're just going to walk around on fire?
No, I was gonna. I'm on my ghost form now. I was just gonna leave the body in there.
Okay, you leave the body in there and it just kind of like lights on fire and smolders there on the floor for a while. Are you going to go upstairs with Purity or are you going to putz around with Kane?
I'm gonna putz around with Kane.
All right, you're going to go with Kane. So Kane, again, where are you heading as the fire poker?
I'm going to try and just find somebody. Hopefully somebody by themselves.
Okay, so here's what I'm going to do is...
Oh, I have an awful fucking idea. Is there a suit of armor anywhere?
Upstairs, there is one in the hallway, yeah.
I am immediately going to possess that thing and go looking for someone.
So you can possess that, so you're fine. So you can move around in it. The suit of armor does have a short sword.
Perfect. I'm going to start walking around the hallway looking for people.
Okay, I'm going to have you roll a d20 to see if you find anybody. There are 4 bedrooms that are upstairs. Okay, that's a 12. So, all right, so you start walking around, and again, you're kind of clanking because it's a suit of armor. And you see a door open very, very slightly and then close again almost immediately after it, kind of like just like a quick look and then duck back inside. And the door is shut, but you do know which one it is.
Perfect. I'm going to stand next to the door and be completely silent and just go back into quote-unquote statue mode while I wait for them to open it again.
So while that's happening, I'm going to go downstairs to Kane. Kane, I want you to roll to see if you can find somebody. You rolled a 1. You did not find anybody. Purity, we're going to go back to you. All right, so I'm going to roll for the guy in the room to see how long he decides he wants to stick around. All right, so it's a 15, so he's going to wait a good long while. He's going to wait probably about 20 minutes of just dead silence before he finally starts to peek his way out of the door. And he looks around quickly. He does see your armor, but there's a couple other suits of armor that are also in the hallway. So he walks out in front of you.
I'm going to tap him on the shoulder once he has his back to me, and then I'm going to take off my helmet so there's nothing there.
I'm going to have you roll dexterity to tap him on the shoulder. Okay, that's plenty. You do that. All right, so you tap him on the shoulder, and then as he's turning around, he looks as the suit of armor removes its helmet, and he sees that there is nothing inside of it. I'm going to roll for his sanity. That's a 9, so he's not freaked out enough to leave the castle, but he's freaked out enough to immediately try to bolt back in the room.
That's fine. I'm going through the wall to follow him. Outside of the armor, of course.
All right, so he ducks back in the room and slams the door. As you disengage from the armor, it immediately collapses to the ground in a heap of metal, and you pass back through the wall. He hears the armor collapse, but he's not going anywhere near that door at this point. He's locked that, and he's kind of just hiding in the corner behind the bed.
What's in the bedroom?
This looks like mainly a women's bedroom. There's a bed with, the large bedpost.
Oh, is there one of those mannequins, like the costume mannequins, like the dress mannequins?
There is.
I am totally gonna possess that and have it move around the room like it's dancing.
Okay, I want you to possess it, and I want you to roll a charisma check.
Damn it!
Right, so that's an 11. So you do move it around in a very clunky, sort of dancey way, but I'm going to roll for him because he's going to notice this, and it's going to be kind of a fight or flight response type thing. That is not a great response from him, so he immediately goes over and tries to open the door, but he keeps dropping the key. He's definitely freaking the fuck out at this point. His sanity is not great. You are immediately scaring the living fuck out of him.
I'm gonna jump out of the mannequin and take over the key and have it fly into the air where he can't reach it.
So you leave the mannequin. The mannequin then immediately flops to the ground, and you possess the key. Now roll dexterity to get it all the way up to the ceiling so he can't grab it. He's going to try and grab it. Okay, that doesn't work. So as the key lifts up a little bit, he immediately grabs it and shoves it in the lock on the door, unlocks the door, and then runs out. It looks like he's running downstairs, and he's not running into one of the other bedrooms. He's making a beeline for the stairwell.
I'm gonna try to chase him outside. So I'm gonna can I possess the armor as he passes to make it jangle to scare him more?
The only problem with possessing the armor right now is the armor has fallen apart.
Yeah, but the other armor. You said there was other armor.
There are other armors in the hallway. Yes, if you want to possess one of those and try and follow him out, you can.
Then yeah, no. I'm just gonna go chasing him as the armor again.
Okay, you possess the armor and you begin chasing him. Roll me a strength check to see how fast you can chase after the guy. All right, so this is what happens. So he gets to the stairs and he starts running down the stairs. As this happens, he just looks behind him and sees a suit of armor miss the first step completely and then fall down the stairs. And as it hits the first step, it immediately separates into its individual pieces and careens its way down the stairs. You are still possessing the helmet, although the rest of it is kind of scattered at this point.
Whee!
So he's immediately running past all that. Now I'm going to go back to Kane. Kane, roll again to see if you can find somebody.
Okie dokie.
Oh, thank God.
Oh, that's a nat 20. You definitely found somebody. Okay, so you've made your way upstairs through a different staircase. There's a couple of staircases to go upstairs. And you found your way into the master bedroom. And the master bedroom appears to have a woman who is sort of looking around the room. She's going through some of the chests and the nightstands and stuff. It's looking for something. You don't know what. And again, you are the fire poker. Rocka, you were also there.
So what's around me?
As far as things in the room, you see that there's a whole, there's a beauty mirror and a makeup station. It's like a women's bedroom. On the other side, you see that it appears that there is a wall mounted on the wall. It appears to be an axe because this woman has been going through all of these end tables. There is one with what looks like the handle of a pistol sticking out of it. You also see that there appears to be a few rather nice rugs on the floor, little area rug type things. There's a bed, obviously. There's a small shelf of books. There's also what looks like maybe a crystal ball, or at least a ball that is made out of crystal. And that's about it.
I'm going to withering touch the floor she's standing on.
Okay, and the effect of that would be that the floor would disintegrate. Okay, so that's 4d6 plus 3. All right, so I'm not going to make you roll to hit that because you're just touching an inanimate object. So I'm going to have you roll the damage instead. Roll 4d6 plus 3. Ooh, 17 plus, and that's also with the plus 3. So, okay, so I'm gonna roll for her to see if she notices this before it actually does happen. No, she does not. Okay. This is going to be funny. All right, so Rocka, so you touch the ground right below where she's standing. Again, she's not really paying attention to it because she's going through these drawers. And after a second, the floor under her immediately disintegrates. And there's just a straight line from her down into the main entranceway. And the hole in the floor is wide enough where she sort of falls through it. I'm going to roll one more d20 to see if she can grab onto the ledge before she falls through it, inevitably down to her fate. All right, she does grab the edge, but she's hanging on for dear life. She's grabbing the edge. Her feet are dangling below as she's trying to pull herself back up.
Okay, what I want to do now is I want to stab her hand with the fire poker.
All right, roll dexterity to do that.
Okay, dokie.
You actually completely miss her, and instead of stabbing her hand, you fly across the room, and instead you stabbed a painting, but you also got the fire poker stuck in the wall. You're going to have to do is a strength roll to get it out of there. Rocka, do you want to do anything since Kane just whiffed?
Take possession of whatever she's grabbing onto. So I'm just going to shake profusely.
Roll strength to shake her off. That's
Oh,
funny.
that was a
All right.
nice roll.
Fuck
All
off
right.
me, Meemaw.
All right, so the board that she's holding onto immediately begins shaking profusely, and after a few moments, she loses her grip finally and falls through the hole. Now, Purity, you're chasing that guy out through that area. Now, because of the timing of this woman falls down, and I'm going to roll to see if she hits this guy.
Hell yeah.
Oh, that's a 19. She does. So because she's falling from a very, very tall height, in total for damage, I'm going to roll 4 d10s because she's falling from a good height. This is how much damage will be done to both of them. 22 damage to each of them. So as she falls down to this horrified man who is attempting to run for the door. He can see his way to freedom. And as he's going through that, he just hears a scream from above him, and he looks up for a second as he sees a woman's body falling towards him, and she hits him and smashes his body into the ground and just absolutely crushes him. And her head smashes into the stone, and instantly kills her on impact. They are both dead. So now there are only 2 people, I believe, left in the house.
I'm going to hop out of the armor and join everybody else.
Okay, you do that. They are still upstairs in the master bedroom.
Alright, I'm heading up for them. Hey guys! We are doing a really good job. How many more of these things do we have to get rid of?
El número dos.
Sweet, we can do this. Should we kill them or just chase them out?
Why not both?
Sounds good to me. If they survive getting out the door, they survive getting out the door.
Alright, so you guys can all roll then to see if you can locate the remaining 2.
Wow.
Nope.
Never mind.
Alright, Rocka.
Yeah.
Alright, Rocka, so Purity and Kane don't really locate anybody. Rocka, you find somebody by themselves in the servants' quarter. Looks like he's in like a butler's uniform, and it looks like he's looking over a picture of what appears to be the late Baron and sort of crying.
I don't want to offend a person of color. You proceed, sir.
I didn't say he was black.
I didn't say that either. I said he had color. I'm a ghost. That's everybody to me.
I mean, that is fair.
We should just, lightly scare him out. Let's not kill this one.
That's fair. We don't want to commit a hate crime.
Well, that and he does take good care of our castle.
It's not true. He let them destroy the toilet.
To be fair, he's been crying in here. He doesn't know they were doing that.
What's he crying over?
The dead dude?
The former Baron of the castle who has passed away.
Yeah, we were cool with the Baron. Then he died, and now we have to deal with these assholes.
So you do have him. If you guys want to roll again, you can try and find the other one.
All right, let's scare him away. I'm gonna I'm gonna possess the picture.
Okay.
And start talking to him.
All right, you do that. Roll a charisma check to try and fuck with him. You get a +3 as a ghost to that, so that's an 11. I'm gonna say you can moderately freak him out. So do whatever you do.
Yo, what's up, homie?
What did you say?
Hey, what's up, homie? Let me get a fire of that Gucci shit.
You're not the Baron. Why are you talking to me through his picture? It's a sign from God.
Jenkins, chop chop, go get me my sticky leaf.
Yes, sir. I'll be right back, sir. He then immediately runs out of the room to the storage area of the building and begins trying to find your quote-unquote sticky leaf.
There's no such thing as sticky leaf.
Yeah, but we need to get him to leave, or do you want to try to kill him? I really don't want to kill him.
That's right. We're supposed to scare him away. Sometimes I can't help myself.
Wait till he comes back and then just tell him, Jenkins, please wait outside until tomorrow night. Then we'll give the castle to him.
After a moment, Jenkins comes back, and he appears to have taken some leaves off of some indoor plants and covered them with glue to make a sticky leaf. Sir, I've made you a sticky leaf, sir. Where would you like it?
Let's place it on the mantle there, Jenkins.
Yes, sir.
And I've changed my mind. I don't want any sticky leaf. I think you should pop a nightcap and then leave this house immediately in the morning and never
No,
return.
he's got to leave before the morning.
Oh, right. Before the morning.
Tell him to leave and he can come back in sunrise and he can have the castle.
You must leave now and then come back at sunrise and the castle is yours. Wait, what?
Well, we don't need it for Ghost, and he takes care of the place.
Excuse me, sir, but who are you talking to?
No. No one you need to be concerned with.
You told me to go have a nightcap and leave.
No, you need to leave right now and then come back at sunrise. Yes.
Yes, sir. I will leave immediately, sir. Yes, sir.
Chop! No more chit-chat!
So because he trusts you, he immediately leaves. So he is out the door of his own volition, which technically means he's disqualified. Now it's just one person left, so you guys can roll to find that one person.
I'm going to leave you to find them. I am the Baron, after all.
Are you just going to float around as a picture? Woo!
Damn,
Look at you! Finally!
All 3 of you are enough. So all of you find the last guy, and it appears that he has a hammer, and he's going through the walls, and every once in a while he's knocking a brick out to see what's behind it. You don't know what exactly he's doing. He doesn't.
You there, sir! Why are you punching holes in my drywall?
What the hell are you floating picture? You get out of here! I know
Off you go, sir!
You.
And I'm just gonna fly right into him and then possess the hammer.
Oh god, get off of me, sir! Get off of me, sir! Alright, you possess the hammer. What are you gonna do with the hammer?
Hit him.
Roll strength to fucking hit him, because he is still holding it. That is a -2, which is a 10. I'm gonna roll for him to see if he can hang on to it. He does not hold on to it. Alright, so you have wrenched it out of his hand and it's going towards his face. That's 1d6 damage. You can roll that. I'll take the other one as your attack roll. Alright, so that's 2 damage. You knock him right in the eye, and he kind of backs up and like rips the picture off of his face and drops the hammer. And he's like, oh, god damn it! God damn it, I'm just trying to find the fucking body.
Did you say the body?
Hey, see, I feel you, bro. I'm trying to find the booty too.
He can't hear you, Kane. You're incorporeal.
I'm gonna go into the hole in the wall and just make really creepy sounds at him, like, ooh!
Okay,
You
you
disturbed our sleep!
Okay, you pass through the hole in the wall, and as you go into the hole in the wall, you actually do find that there's a crevice, it's like a crawl space or something, that's on the other side of the wall, in between that and what would be the inner wall.
I'm gonna follow that and explore.
Well, that's what I mean. When you go in there, you find that there is actually a body in there.
What the fuck? Guys, there's an actual dead body in here! Who put this here?
So what? We're all dead.
No, I mean, it's not one of... Why are the humans looking for a dead body? Go ask... Hold on. I'm gonna throw my voice out of there. Human! Living! Thing! What? There's a dead body in here. What the hell is going on?
Oh, thank you. I was looking for that. Need to dispose of it before somebody else takes over the castle. You know, the raunchy bitch. How are you in the wall?
I am the dead body. Hi. Why did you put me in here?
Well, you were dead. At least I thought you were.
Why'd you kill me, bro?
Because you were a bitch and you were going to steal all our money.
Oh, fair enough. I'm gonna
What are you
pop
gonna
up
do?
one of the hands and just wave outside the wall.
Okay, you're gonna pop out the dead skeletal, like, flesh conjoined hand and just wave at him. So I'm gonna roll for his sanity for a minute because he thinks that it's a living person to the wall right now. Oh, he rolled a 1. He immediately shits himself. And Kane, you have the option to do something here because Rocka's already done something and so is Purity. So what are you gonna do to fuck with him?
What can I do?
I think I'm gonna try Withering Touch out.
All right, you can do that on touch. So, and because you're incorporeal, I'm not going to make you roll for it. So you can just literally touch him.
I'm gonna touch one of his legs.
Roll the damage. It's 4d6 plus 3.
That was rough.
Yeah, that would be 11. All right, so you grab onto his leg, and immediately after your withering touch kicks in, his foot starts to disintegrate, which is when he starts screaming. And it slowly starts working its way up, first with the foot, then it goes to his knee, to his hip, and then up, and then it starts going at his vital organs, and it stops after it's disintegrated half of his torso. He is extremely dead, and every single person has been cleared out of the castle by either being killed or being driven out due to fear, which means that nobody technically gets the castle. Now, you guys are successful, so you get to party up and do all your ghost things overnight and animate zombies and do any horrible things.
Woo! I'm still trying to figure out why there's a body here, damn it. Well, I mean, I know why, but now I gotta get out of the wall, and this is gonna be such a night. Fuck it, I'm leaving it for the living.
Wait, we can easily get it out. One of us possesses one leg, Kane possesses the other leg, and then you possess the torso, and then we can walk it out the door.
Sounds good to me, let's do this, we can scare anyone that's within area. Let's do it! They'll think zombies are real again.
It sounds like a lot of work.
I go first, then I say go, and then you go.
All right,
She just kind of sits there and makes sure the torso stays upright so we don't fall down.
what's going to happen is you're going to have to, like, pull your way out through the hole in the wall, which isn't going to be too difficult, but all 3 of you are going to need to roll strength checks, and I'm just going to do a combined score. Eventually you do, so, because Rocka rolled high enough, so you guys are just kind of shambling out, and you shamble out the front door, and then proceed to kind of shamble through the grounds. And there are still a few people that are outside. The 3 women that ran out earlier are still out there, and they see this. And they immediately freak the fuck out and run for the front gate. Now, the front gate, it also appears to be locked. So they're trying to climb over it. And it's one of those gates where the cast iron rods are through it, and it has spikes on it. So they're going to try and go over. So I'm going to see how many of them actually make it over and how many get impaled.
I'm gonna throw my voice. Come give Auntie a kiss!
So 2 of them make it over with 16s. The third one, however, accidentally slips and stabs her leg through one of the spikes. So she's kind of stuck there, and she's freaking the fuck out. I'm going to say that's 1d8 damage, which is 8 damage, which means she's losing blood at a pretty rapid rate. She's probably going to die. The other 2 are immediately running out, and Butler, or whatever you named him, he is off getting a nightcap, so he is not in the courtyard at the moment. But the other one who is stabbed is basically screaming, and eventually she passes out and just hangs.
I'd say we did a good job tonight, gentlemen.
Yes, we did.
Yes, you did. So you shamble back inside, and the next morning, the carnage is found by the caretaker of the estate, and immediately gets everything cleaned up. And then he looks at the will of Baron Delnor, who is the former owner of the castle, who is deceased, and he crosses all of the names off except for one. And he looks at the bottom of the page, Well, it appears there's only one person left who could possibly claim this castle as their own. Fortunately, he couldn't show up tonight, but if we can locate him, we can put him through the same thing and see if it works. It appears he's a thief from the Fire Sand Wastes. His name is Rocka? Alright, well, we'll send a messenger raven out there soon enough, and we'll get his attention. Then he'll have to come and try and claim the property.